All right, y'all, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm gonna do a reaction video to this video I saw on TikTok. And it's this girl, her name is Slyvia, and she was crying and expressing her frustration about what she's going through, right? And I don't know her personally. I don't know how she's living her life. So I'm not gonna talk about her directly. I'm just gonna talk about what she shared and the importance of us, or the things that we could learn from her experience. I'm also going to leave a link down in the description below if y'all want to go and watch the video. I hope it's not going to be taken down. I mean, it's not too bad, but I hope it's not going to be taken down, or I hope she doesn't decide to take it down. But I think, yeah, this is a very good example for us to learn from, because I think this is something I also personally experienced, and I do get what she's trying to say. So, you know, sometimes when I talk about certain topics on this YouTube channel, you know, sometimes you don't really understand the importance of what I'm talking about. So when I saw this video, I was like, okay, you know, this is a good thing for us young people to learn from. So yeah, so feel free to leave in the comment section what you think and maybe share your own experience. And please be nice. Please be nice. She's going through a lot already. So please don't come to the YouTube and start talking trash about her. Because remember, in this YouTube channel, our goal is to help each other. I don't know everything. You don't know everything. But the goal over here is to help each other. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to play the video and let us watch, okay? All right.
People don't tell you about moving to Canada. I feel so alone. I feel like I live with someone I can't have a conversation with, and I'm trying to cry and I even have to be silent about it. 'Cause you just lose out on so many things. Your life, you just leave it behind. Your friends, and I'm so hurt and my heart hurts. You have to work all the time. I have school. I'm so sad. I'm hurting so much. I don't have any friends.
Wow. You know, I'm not gonna lie, she got me a little bit emotional. Like, some of the things she just mentioned, I could definitely relate to that. Wow. Okay, so first I'm gonna say that yeah, I don't know her personally, but you know, from the video, she looks very genuine about her experience. I don't know what she's going through right now, but I want to say that I am deeply sorry for her experience. And I'm saying this because some of the things she's talking about, I have personally experienced it. In fact, one of the reasons why I have this YouTube channel is basically talking about my experience. So if y'all don't know, I moved from Sierra Leone to America. So I was a teenager at that point. And boy, when she's talking about her loneliness and having no friends, I could tell you for over 5 years, I go to my bed crying. And I'm not trying to hype it up. I'm not trying to make y'all feel good. Like, I go literally to bed crying. And I think the most painful thing is that a lot of people out in another country, when you travel, they just think that everything is going on well for you, right? They're like, whoa, yo, he just traveled, y'all. Like, he's out there chilling. Like, bro, it's insane. And like, if you call back and tell them what you're going through, some of them don't even know what you're talking about. Like, they're expecting you to be grateful for having that opportunity. And I see both sides, right? If you've never had the opportunity to travel and you had that opportunity, right, and you're complaining, then a lot of people would just come and say, hey, like, you should be grateful. And I read some of the comments and people were like, oh, you should be grateful. But hey, before we start talking about those comments, right, what she's experiencing is valid. Like, if you have no friends to talk about, like, literally, I just did a video about the types of people in our lives. And I also did a recent video about success, the types of success, right? And I literally keep talking about depression, loneliness, anxieties. I could, if I have to repeat each word I said, I could probably say it over and over again. So depression, loneliness, anxieties, bro, it's real. It's real, y'all. So she talked about being lonely, being depressed, and having no friends to talk to hang out with. And that's absolutely what a lot of people are experiencing, especially if you're from a different place. It takes some time to adjust. She recently traveled there, so it's maybe a couple of months she's been there for. You know, and even me talking to you right now, well, I have a group of friends right now, but I could tell you for over 5 years, probably 6 or 7 years, boy, you're all alone. Different culture, different food, different way of talking. My emphasis is like a lot of things will change. Which is why I always tell people that like you don't necessarily have to leave your country to be able to have a better life. In fact, when you move from your country and you go to a different place, get ready to start all over again. Because life is going to be a lot more difficult. It's like, think about like when you travel from your country and you go to another country, it's going to be a whole new adjustment. So think about you're going to start all over again. And some of these countries, like for example, in the United States, if you travel from a different country and you come over, it's even possible you cannot even use your degree that you have. So let's say you have a degree in engineering. Don't think that's going to work unless you're on a work visa. And I feel bad for a lot of people who are older because it becomes more difficult, right? So when she's talking about literally work 24 hours, you have to work, especially if you have to pay for your college and stuff. You're going to have to work. So what she's talking about right there is valid, and that's the experience that a lot of immigrants have. Another thing she mentioned was she has no one to talk to.
I feel like I live with someone I can't have a conversation with, and I'm trying to cry, and I even have to be silent about it.
Boy, if I know if she was in the United States, I'm telling you, I want to be her friend. And I mean, I don't know if you watch the video and you know her, please just link her down in the video. Like literally, I want her to share her experience. After she posted this video, she did another video. You could go and take a look at the video. And she was talking about her she felt like, people came on the TikTok and was like, why do you have to come and talk about this? And, sometimes I don't understand why people cannot at least have emotions for people. Like, even if you disagree, but their experience are valid. Like, if you don't have nothing good to say, just don't say anything. People came to the comment section and I was like, you should be grateful. Like, if you're not having good experience, you should go back home. I don't think that's the first thing you need to tell someone who's experiencing this. Like, these are the reasons why some people even think about harming themselves. They literally harm themselves. So the fact that she came to social media to kind of like talk about her experience, I think that's good enough for people to help her. And I'm happy some people helped her and reached out to her families and friends at school to find a way they could help her to become more social. But for the people who are giving different comments, I think that's not the first thing you should talk about. Here's the lessons that I think we should learn from this video. Number one, for those of you who are out there, maybe in another country, maybe you're in the United States, because most of the people who are following me right now are from the United States. You may not necessarily have experienced this aspect of loneliness, isolation, especially as an immigrant, because you don't know what that means, right? So you've been in the United States for so long, your whole life you've been in the United States, you have no experience about what it feels like to travel to a different place completely. So here's the lesson that you could learn for those people in that category. When you have the opportunity to meet with people from different countries, be more welcoming. Because they are coming from a different perspective. They're coming from a different place. If you truly want to be their friends, be more welcoming. Show them how to go about doing things. Show them the different opportunities. Well, before I continue, remember you got to choose your friends wisely, because there are some people who are going to mess you up. There are bad friends out there. So you got to choose your friend wisely, right? So again, the types of people, don't forget that video, the types of people in your life. So the lesson to learn is that if you meet people who are from a different place, be nice to them, have conversations with them, talk to them. Even if you have different background, different faith, different religion, being nice does not It has nothing to do with that. You could be more welcoming even with the differences that people have. And the second lesson that we could learn from this video is that a lot of people out there in another country, they have this mentality that if only I could travel to a different country, my life would be automatically different. Or I would be more successful. Or some people even right now, like there are people literally in another country, they're like, if only I could never succeed in this country unless I travel. And I mean, even though there are many other opportunities that you could have if you travel, but that mindset alone can hinder you. Again, I don't know her personally, but maybe she was thinking that, oh, if I just travel, life is going to be different. And I'm sure she's spending so much money to maybe pay for her fees and, live a different life. It's so much expensive, which is why she has to work over and over again. She has to work probably all the time. And I think that's what people don't know is that when you travel to a different country, don't think life is just going to be like all the media that you see. They only show the good side of that country. You only get to know the real thing that's happening when you move in there. And that's where a lot of people are getting depressed, lonely, anxious, and they're like, I don't know what's going on. So that's the second lesson that we could learn from this video. Before you think about traveling, do some research and be flexible to know that your life is going to be different. It's not going to be the same. I remember my first experience. I'm just going to share this very quickly and then I'm going to put the video because I don't want it to be that long. So I remember when I traveled, right, when I was young. And when I had the opportunity to travel as a young kid, right, and I was like, whoa, that's amazing. Like, life is going to be so much better, and I was like, well, life is going to be amazing for me now because, boy, what are you talking about? America? Who doesn't want to come to you? The United States of America? Come on, boy, stop playing. Like, who doesn't want to come to the United States? So I was like, it's over. Like, it's over. But when I got here, all of the things she's talking about, working all the time, depression, no friends, loneliness, isolation, it's real, y'all. It's real. And because of the culture, because it's so difficult to survive in a foreign land, you have to work over and over again. And the more you work, the more bills you got to pay. So don't think you make money and you're chilling. Back home, maybe if you don't have food, you go down the street and grab some some cheap food, or you go down to your friends, you have someone to talk to, come home. They could literally spend the whole day at your house, right? And you're like, what's going on, bro? You play video games the whole day? That's not how it works, bro. That's not how it works. When you travel, get ready. If you got financial bills, the more money you get, the more responsibilities you have. So that's another lesson to take note of. When you think about moving to a different phase in life, remember success in one aspect of your life does not automatically transfer to another aspect. Don't forget that. That statement right there was from experience. I didn't learn that from nowhere. I didn't read a book. It's purely experience and maybe divine wisdom, of course. Just because you're succeeding in your country, don't think that's the same thing that's going to happen when you travel to. It could be any other places that you want. In fact, some other countries, I heard it's even more difficult to live in there. Boy, you get to know that living overseas, it's not that easy, y'all. Before you are thinking about traveling, you got to know that life is going to be different. Get ready to adjust. Get ready to experience some kind of change. But the way you handle that would make a huge difference in your life. Like for me now, after going through that experience, look at me. I have a YouTube channel teaching other young people the same vision and dream that I do have. I'm showing them how to succeed in different aspects of their lives. That experience alone gave me a lot of exposure to know how to communicate, how to learn, to change my ideas about things, to have a verse understanding about different aspects. Hey, it changes you a lot more. So remember that. And the last thing that I think we could learn from this video is that it's good to speak out. Maybe you might not be like, oh, I'm going to speak out on social media. Not everyone is bold like that. You know, everyone has a different experience. So I think the fact that she was able to speak out, it's basically a voice for a lot of young people out there. And the more you're able to speak out, maybe, again, you don't have to go on social media. Maybe you could do it with your friends, your stuff, but talk to someone. Have someone you could confide in. When you're feeling lonely, depressed, anxious, the worst thing that you want to do is to live in isolation. Let me say that again real quick. When you're experiencing loneliness, isolation, depression, you don't want to be alone. So find someone who you could rely on. Again, the adding and the dividing people to communicate your feelings and find ways that they could help you. All right. So I think the good things that we could learn from this video is that speak up. When you're going through something, talk to someone. There are many people, amazing people out there. I have met so many great people from different backgrounds, different walks of life that have helped me a lot in my journey. So talk to someone. All right, so y'all, thank you for this reaction video. Thank you for watching. Maybe this is your first time you actually saw this dude on this channel. Well, welcome. On this channel, we talk about the different ways that could help you to succeed. Feel free to check out my videos. Yeah, it was good to do this reaction. I really like this reaction videos. You know, I think maybe after having different conversations sometimes, I would take a reaction video, do my reaction, and let's talk. Let's talk, because I think it's a whole different vibe when I come and talk about certain topics and I bring examples from outside and show y'all, so then you know what I'm really talking about. Because some of y'all may not really understand the impact it has until you see someone experiencing that thing and you're like, oh, I remember this guy spoke about that a few weeks ago. So when I saw this video, I was like, this is a good video that we could react to. Let me know in the comment section what you think. If you know her personally, please link her in the video. And I really hope that she gets the help that she needs. And yeah, I hope this is a lesson for us to learn also. Well, I'll see you all in the next video. Send me some videos if you want me to do some reaction to different videos that you do see on social media that relates to the topic that I talk about on this channel. So yeah, so just let me know. All right, y'all. See y'all. I'll see you soon. Bye.